What is going on, everybody? What is up? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. We are about to talk about some things. We're about to get into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as well as Real Housewives of Atlanta. Go ahead and hit the like for your girl. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. I'm sorry, y'all. I have been very busy. I have a whole lot going on over here on my end. That's why these reviews are late. Okay, I was supposed to get the Real Housewives Beverly Hills review out to you guys last week, but girl, it did not work out that way. But it's all good because I am here today, and we are definitely going to chit chat about the show. We're also going to chit chat about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, who we have over here in the chat? What's going on, Aaron? Hey, Omar. Hey, Danielle. What's going on? What's up, Malik? Yes. What's going on? What's going on? Yes, all is okay. All will be better. What's up, Laya King? What's up, T? Girl, we don't care when you drop it. We finna tune in, okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Okay, so ready to hear your thoughts on Drew. Yikes. Hey Sonia, what's up? Hey Ash. Jamie, if I never told you, I love your newscaster voice in these videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's up, Gracie's? What's up? I hope everybody is having a really great day. We are about to talk about some things. What's up? Solve the case. Y'all missed me. I missed you guys as well. Okay. I am trying to get back into it. All right. So first up, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Then we'll go over to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. So first things first, Sutton ended up going down to Miami with Garcelle. We see that they've had a pretty good friendship for the most part, and it is continuing to get better for the ladies. What else we got? Erica over there talking to Lisa Rinna, child. I can't. Erica is back dating. So she says she also back to having sex too. I said, okay, Erica, well, go and put all your business out there. Okay. We appreciate it. We do. So Lisa tells Erica about Sutton being on Watch What Happens Live, and she just didn't like some of the stuff that Sutton had to say about, I guess she invited them to a charity or something like that. And, they never thanked her. I think she invited Sutton and Lisa and her husband or something to a charity event. They never thanked her. But y'all know Lisa don't be having a whole lot going on for real. So she's gonna grasp at whatever she can to find an issue to have with somebody, right? Because last season Lisa gave us nothing but clothes in her storage, right? That's what she gave us last season. So this season, she said, "Oh, I'm coming for the girls this season. Y'all thought I was boring last season. I'm gonna create some issues, and I'm gonna bring some issues. All right. Now, of course, I feel like she's creating an issue with Sutton about the fact that Sutton that they never thanked Sutton. I don't think Sutton meant a whole lot of harm. I just don't think it's that big of a deal for her to have an issue with Sutton over it. But I think she's gonna be coming for Sutton, and I feel like one of the reasons she's gonna be coming for Sutton is so she can, excuse me, lightweight have Erica's back based on how Sutton came at Erica last season. So I feel like she's giving that. In addition, girl, Miss Lisa is messy boots, y'all. She finna be coming for the sisterhood. Like, how you gonna come for the sisters? She about to try and drive a wedge between Kyle and her sister Kathy. Girl, this is finna be messy. This she gonna be smiling in their face while all of this is happening. What Drake said, smile in my face whole time they want to take my place. Yikes. It seems like that's what Miss Lisa is going for. Okay. Now, Lisa was disappointed. Lisa thinks that what she said. Oh, I think that Lisa was trying to mention that on the Watch What Happens Live, Sutton said what she said, trying to show some type of loyalty towards Garcelle for some things that ended up happening last season. Yes, Lisa is very insufferable, child. I can't. Lisa is very weird. She can be like that. They be picking on Sutton. They do. What's going on, Raven, honey? Did I miss the Real Housewives of Atlanta discussion? No, ma'am. We just started about 5-6 minutes ago. We're doing Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and then we will get into Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I got some for Miss Sutton, y'all. I forgot. Miss Sutton girl. Miss Sutton girl. Y'all know Sutton would use this when she want to get to her tears and stuff, girl. Miss Sutton would use this for her tears, but I think it's for more than just that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Sutton. So when I use this, I am going to think of her. All right, y'all know she had to have her roller to roll back them tears, girl. It's definitely giving Walmart rollback prices, right? That's what's coming to my head, but she trying to roll back them tears. Oh, child. But anyway, yes, this actually feels good. Shout out to Miss Sutton on that. Okay. Let's get to Sutton and Garcelle. So Sutton says that she didn't mean to say, oh, when they talked about the Watch What Happens Live situation, she didn't really mean to say it mean. I think that's what they were talking about. And Sutton thinks Lisa won't have an issue with the things that she said on Watch What Happens Live. And I'm like, girl, little do you know, Lisa is ready to tap dance, okay, with you very soon. Now, what we also learned is that Sutton and Crystal are actually getting really close. Y'all know they ended up having their issues last season because Sutton is not a person to have intelligent conversations, in my opinion, when it comes to race. All right, because sometimes she just doesn't get it, and Sutton likes to have conversations not to understand, but primarily to respond so that you can see where she's coming from versus her seeing where the other party is coming from, right? So she got to work on that. And it seems like she and Crystal have been working on their relationship and things are getting better. I feel like it's going to get even more better because Crystal is not going to be so team Erica like she kind of came off last season, all because she really didn't like Sutton. And as she watched the season back, I'm sure she started to see, okay, some of this SHI is not making any sense. Some of this is not making sense. So now Miss Crystal is coming to the forefront with questions, and Miss Erica not gonna be able to take it, girl. So I am calculating she's not gonna be able to take it. So Erica links up with Garcelle at some point. All right, Erica link up with Garcelle, and of course, she not featuring Sutton at all. Garcelle tells her, "Listen, I went down to Miami. I went to go see my family or whatnot. Sutton came with me." And Erica said, "Well, that's cute. I think that's good. I'm glad she went, but I still think she a fake BIT." That's what I said. I don't like her. I'm not rocking with her. And Garcelle said, "So you're not going to apologize?" She said, "Girl, what am I apologizing for? Did you not see how she came at me last season? I'm not going to sit up here and play with Sutton. I feel no ways. I feel no ways. She come for me, I'm coming back for her. And it's just as simple as that. All right. So we're not going to get any apology out of Erica. All right. So Erica also tries to convince Garcelle that when Sutton brought up the question about her having the $20 million in her account, she wanted to make sure she knew, like, girl, I ain't never had no 20 millions. I ain't never had it in my account. And she didn't appreciate Sutton saying that, right? And then she also said that the things have been sorted out already, I guess, in the blogs or whatever, like things have been sorted out. And I started laughing so hard when Garcelle listened to her and just said, okay. Like nobody cares. Nobody actually believes her either. So I think that was quite funny. What else? Erica's still trying to get the divorce. Okay. She says she has other pressing things that's on her agenda at this time before she goes off and get this divorce from Tom. And I'm like, I don't know. I wonder, y'all think, I don't know. I don't know. But I do wonder. Okay. I wonder I guess it don't matter if you divorce somebody. Y'all let me know. I'm like, Erica, are you holding on to the life insurance? Girl, is that why you have yet to get the divorce? Because you think you're gonna croak at any moment? Is that what it is? Do you think he's gonna croak? And you want to make sure that you get all coins available to you. That's just what I'm wondering, girl. And is it gonna be enough to make sure the victims get their coins too? But okay, whatever you want to do, girl. Now we see her get rich all of a sudden shortly thereafterwards. But I also feel like based on how Erica has experienced this particular case, they really didn't have nothing to do with her, but had something to do with her at the same time. I feel like if anything were to happen to Tom and she got a ton of money from it, she's not going. Y'all let me know, okay? I just don't think she's going to be as flashy as she was in the past. I think she's going to be flashy enough to let people know she still got it, but I don't think she's going to do like she did. She may do like she did, right? Going out buying this and that, again, whatever. But I don't think she's going to show that as much, right? Because then she know the people going to really be after her. So I do think it's a strong life insurance policy out there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a few million. And there's that, you know what I'm saying? Some part of me feel like get your coin if anything happened, because it is giving, pay me for my pain, pay me for my time, and you can say the bull because everything is mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she may have known some things, but at the end of the day, it was Tom's responsibility to do right by his clients. And he was the one that was wrong, and she got caught up in the madness. So yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. What's going on, Keisha, honey? But even if he croaked, wouldn't that money go to the victim? And that's what I'm wondering. Because I'm like, how much is going to the victims, right? So if it's a few millions, let's say maybe 2 or 3, if that, and they only owed $1 million, she's still gonna come up off 2 million. But I wonder, I'm wondering the same thing. She's not divorcing that man. She wants to away from, and that's what okay. So we all see each other. We all see each other. Okay. All right. We see each other. We think that that's what's going on. All right. Because it just didn't make sense. I'm saying, I got other pressing things going on and this and that. And it's like, man, you're being investigated off of the strength of this man and his BS. I would be trying to get the quickest divorce that I can. And I don't see a judge that would not go ahead and give you that based on everything that's happening. You know what I'm saying? But girl, y'all can't tell me no different. Like me, girl, trying to get that coin, and okay, do what you want to, girl. I can't blame you. But anyway, let's get to Dorito. All right, because Garcelle and her are actually working on their relationship. And again, I just started watching Beverly Hills last season, and I do not recall ever a time that I have seen Dorit's face. She is always done up. Now, I was one of the people that was feeling like, girl, this whole break into your home thing is giving storyline. I don't know. I can't say that it was a storyline anymore. I'm like, girl, Mr. Reed, if it is, she is truly committing to the role, because Miss Girl looked tired and through. Girl, when Kyle's dog started barking, and Miss Girl was like I almost had a panic attack. You know what I'm saying? Like watching her, like, why is he barking? Like, you need to get him. Like, why is he barking? Like, what? Girl, Miss Woman is traumatized. Either that or she's acting phenomenally. All right. What else? Kyle over there at the house crying. I personally, to me, I think Kyle may have cried when the situation initially happened. But for me, I don't know. I feel like with Kyle, give me one second. Let me see if I could do this real quick and save it. Okay. I feel like with Kyle, I think she could have cried initially, but at the time that she sat down with Sutton, it was giving acting just a little to me, guys. I could be wrong, but to me, it was giving acting. And I was just like, because when Sutton started to not really talk about that, when Sutton wasn't really focused on the reading and everything, she was like, oh, well, I had my own fires that I had to put out. I had a lot going on over here with me. I mean, I didn't get, held up at gunpoint. Sorry. But, I had a lot of things that I had to do. Kyle immediately switched, like Amber Heard on the stand. What was it? You had what going on? I was like, girl, you weren't crying. You weren't crying. You was trying to relive the moment and you was over there acting, Kyle. You're not finna play me. Girl, we see you. That's what you do for a living. Miss Little House on the Prairie, girl. We know that's what you do for a living. But anyway, she wasn't crying. But I was living for Sutton all day a bit, because some part of me was feeling like, girl, this is a storyline Miss Dorit coming to. Now, when they ended up doing the final scene at Kyle's house, that's when I was like, oh, well, I don't know, Mom. Let me take it back. But in the moment, I was truly living for Sutton, because Sutton didn't give a damn. Now, Sutton, if you always show up to be that person, then it may be a problem. But in this moment, I was here for it, and I was cackling. Like, Sutton don't give a damn. She's like, oh, okay, then, girl. Anyway, what else is going on? Because I have to work on this. I got to work on that. I'm single now, girl. I ain't got no man. He ended up breaking up with me, but I'm dating. I actually hung out with, Garcelle. We had a good time. Like, Sutton was like, what else is going on, literally? Because I don't care nothing about what happened with Dorit. Okay, anyway. Meanwhile, Kyle really want us to believe that she was over there mourning for Dorit. I said, right? I spoke to PK and he was crying and he felt like it was all his fault. I was like, okay, girl. I guess. For me right now, Sutton is that girl until it changes. Y'all know last season I was a little iffy about Sutton. But when Sutton laid into Erica, I said, okay, I'm back on her side. I'm standing on her side, okay? In this tug of war. I think Sutton knows something we don't. It was truly giving that. It was truly giving, girl, bye. I already know, girl. What else is going on? I know she did this. It's a scheme that Dorit set up to come to us with the BS. So what else are we doing? Yes, that's the energy she was leading with. Sutton was like, dang. Oh, what she said, counters are at customs. Oh, she said, my damn counters are at customs. Is she, oh, she's still building on her house or something, right? That's why I don't believe Dorito because of the last scene. Plus, I think Sutton knows what really happened. Now, I will say this, Omar. I will say this, which is awkward and interesting. It was something about when I don't, maybe the ladies feel so detached that it didn't happen to them that they didn't give the emotional response that I may have expected. I don't know. But when PK came in and they saw this man crying to his wife, nobody really cracked. Like, Erica even was giving a look like, oh, really? Erica was really giving a look like, mm-hmm. Anyway, Garcelle was putting on her best facials of I'm concerned. And then Lisa, Lisa was like, you know, Lisa and her faces that she be making, child. I was like, okay, maybe they just wanted to edit out something. Okay, child. Somebody said the last scene had sound effects. Let me tell you, the last scene, they was going for winning an award. Because it was the way that when she sat down outside and was crying and they got on the other side of the truck and filmed her through the car, I said, oh, so y'all gonna give us the dramatics for real. So y'all are about to, y'all done film this or y'all done got this shot like what you would typically see in a drama film. Right. I said, okay, I see. So was it that necessary? Y'all was already in her face. So y'all need to go to the other side and just get a clear shot over there. I was like, okay, we see where y'all going. Right. So what else happened? Oh yeah, she ended up going through the entire story with the ladies talking about it, saying how, you know, she typically would have her kids in the bed with her. But that night she said she was too tired that they wasn't with her. The irony of it all. And when she was kind of telling the story and they was playing the clips from the camera view, I was like, I don't know, we gonna wait and see. I do believe some of these ladies may think that she's lying, and I wonder if that's going to be a topic of conversation at some point this season. I initially thought that. I want to believe her based on how she panicked about that dog and how she kind of panicked when she went outside with PK when they got ready to leave. Yeah, so I don't know, but I feel like I'm hoping some of the ladies are a bit apprehensive about her story so that we can have more conversations about it. I just want to see if anybody that's close to her may have thought what we thought. And it seemed like it could be Sutton, but we gonna see. What else? Mauricio came in because I know PK came in, hugged on his wife, cried, all of that. Mauricio came in. Mauricio so fine. I'm sorry. Kyle is a lucky heifer. Like, that man is fine. Do you hear me? Girl, I was watch What Happened Live, and he was the person to tell her that he loved her first. I said, oh my. Okay, not you. You said you love her first? I guess. Girl, Mauricio look good. And let me tell you something, Miss Dorit. You ain't that hurt. Okay? You hurt, but you ain't that hurt. See, when Mauricio came in and he hugged up on what's that man's name? PK. Did anybody catch that Dorit actually kissed Mauricio on his back? I was like, oh, okay, I see you. All right then, Miss Squirrel. Not you over there kissing that lady. You need to go over there and kiss your man on his back because he didn't return. You know, but I mean, maybe she was just caught up in the moment, honey. I said, okay, I probably would have kissed Mauricio on his back too, but I'm just saying, Mr. Reed, I saw you. But okay then, girl. So yeah, at the end of the night, Miss Dorit ended up having a breakdown, child. When they got ready to leave, she ended up having a breakdown. Her husband left the phone in the house and she was like, go get the phone, go get the phone. And she just sat outside and she just cried. So I don't know. The verdict is out. The verdict is out. Okay. It be so many fake things about Dorit that makes me be like, I don't know, you in these different accents and stuff you be coming up with. How you grew up in child. So I just but you did good with the tears, okay? Because you almost got me with that. Okay. So I mean, you could be right, girl. You over here panicking about the dog. Why is he crying? You have to see why he's crying. I mean, maybe she played out. I don't know. If I watch the episode again, I might see the fakeness. Right. I want to kiss him. When you get the Sutton tier roller, yes, we peeped it. Yes, I had to highlight that earlier in the video. Yes, girl, I probably got it like, what I'm saying, a week or so ago before the season started. I was like, oh, girl, let me go and get my Sutton roller. You know what I'm saying? Rena was like, so we gonna have this party tomorrow or not? She did. She did. And it was a tad bit rude, but at the same time, it was a question that need answers because it's like I need to know how I need to move the next day. You know what I'm saying? So PK said they still gonna do it. So we're gonna see how that works, child. We're not gonna let this moment. We're not gonna let when these guys thought they were doing ruining this for us. Like we're not gonna do that. Da, 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 da. Okay. Well, we gonna see. You want to zig the man down? Oh my. Oh my. You want to zig him down? Why? Somebody said, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Dorit was giving Lifetime. LOL, but I think it's just her accent that's giving the dramatics, child. No. I'm on the fence about this Dorito Locos Smollett story, not Loco Smollett. What? Dorito's accent was going in and out while she was telling the story. Girl, she'd be so bogus. And that's what be hard to believe, Dorito. I feel like Dorito did exaggerate some parts. You probably hit the nail on the head. It could be truth mixed in with a little bit of exaggeration. I like that. You're probably right on the head. Because one thing Dorito gonna do is exaggerate a motherfucking story. Oh, child. And is it just me? But as much as I want people to grow and move forward, I don't know if I wanted her to be friends with Dorit. I mean, Garcelle to be friends with Dorit. Remember how Dorit talked to Garcelle at the reunion and got loud with her? Who are you talking to, ma'am? Who do you think you are? I don't care how long you've been on this show. Okay? So, yeah, no, I'm like, girl, I mean, take her in doses, but maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe that's what she's trying to do. And honestly, when Garcelle, I don't know, to me, I could be wrong. When Garcelle came to that house, y'all, acting like she was rushing, her body was giving rushing. Her face was giving, girl, I don't even feel like going over here. Girl, I don't even feel like dealing with this at all. Here go Erica talking to so Garcelle, what she said, yeah, they put a gun to her head or something like that. She's like, she told Garcelle something, and Garcelle did not flinch, show any emotion. Garcelle was just like, and just like went back to looking at Dorito like, what was it that you were saying, girl? What else going on? I was like, okay. And she claimed they were black men last season. She said, she said she know she what? No, she black folks. What? Now, what I will say when I looked at it, I don't know. Because it looked like one could have been black and the other could have been white. Now, granted, though, the white person could have been a mixed individual, could have been a very lighter tone black person, but it definitely looked like one was white and one was a black. I'm gonna go back and look because it could have been two white ones. I don't know, but we're gonna see. And it's just so interesting to me. I think a lot of people are gonna have questions about this because it's just so much irony surrounding her particular situation. You don't put your alarm on while you got it. Oh, the kids tripped the alarm and woo. Girl, all that money y'all got, y'all probably could have a little refrigerator outside their door. I don't know, but anyway, if they gotta run into the kitchen and get some or whatever the case may be. The way they kind of came into the gate, like we didn't really see them break into the gate, but the way the cameras were, the camera had a clear eye view on the gate. So did they break into the gate? Was the gate already open? Like your husband wasn't home, the kids didn't sleep in the bed with you. Like it was just a lot of confusing stuff, right? But she said she lost a lot of valuables, you know what I'm saying? And we definitely saw the people leave out of her home with what the comforter that she said filled with all of her items. So I was like, oh, okay, well, she probably not lying about this, y'all. She probably not. But we're going to have to wait and see how this play out because I think people are, I don't know. I kind of don't want them to get away from this story and not poke holes in it like the general public has been doing. Like, if y'all got questions, I want them to ask her, like poke holes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're gonna kind of like try to skate over it a little bit. I don't know why Crystal didn't show up. Oh, I don't know. I don't understand how these people don't have security, right? Feeling comfortable with the area that she's living in, feeling like she don't have to do any of that. What else? These women always got some extra dramatic ish going on. Garcelle hasn't had any negativity going on. That is true. That is true. Boy, I know Dorito and PK was knocking down boots with some welcome home, I miss you, ACS. I was thinking the same thing. I thought of the same thing. I wasn't sure if it happened that night, but it probably happened the very next night because she could have been drained from all of the acting. But I think, yeah, they probably got it in. I want Sutton to poke holes. I would like to see that. And even Kathy. I was like, Erica, BIT, shut the up. When she was talking to Garcelle, like, Erica is a mess. I like Erica, but she's a mess. They shouldn't have issue with Sutton not showing empathy for Dorito. Their bestie Erica had no remorse for her victims exactly. Don't feel no ways. And it's gonna be real interesting to see Erica and Kyle kind of being at it too. I've never seen that. So I'm tuned in. Sorry, I was driving LOL. Remember, she said last season at the table that she knows brown folks. Oh, yes. Just thought it was suspicious. So she had the camera on, but not the security alarm. Oh, so the cameras aren't connected at all to the security alarm or something. Oh, no, not it was a scheme that PK set up for them to come to Bravo with the BS. And they just so happened to go straight to her bedroom, and the alarm on that big X house wasn't set. This is messy. Exactly. Cha, but you know, this I be over there with Mr. Dorit, girl. But I will say I have missed the girls. I have missed them. And I've only watched one season. I was like, okay, I missed them. What else y'all got going on? Let's see. Let's talk about it. So yeah, it was cool. Then she had the kids in their own room all of a sudden, right? It's just too many ironies surrounding it that's making it confusing to where it's like, I can't. You need more people. And I really hope they don't get too far into the storylines, into the season without poking holes and questioning and asking, her things. Hell, she should have had the kids in the room because they karate, because of the karate that they learned. Yes, she do got the kids in karate, saying they've been in karate sometime. So yeah, Dorito was on Watch What Happens Live, explained the security system. She said she turned it off because sometimes her kids trigger the alarm. She did say that. She did say, I did hear that. She did say that. So when she came out the room, she usually lays from her bed and she can see where the kids are. Like they'll probably run past her room or something like that, she said. But she didn't see them, so she decided to get up and go stand in her doorway and look down the hall, and that's when she ended up being confronted with another adult, okay, with the guys that ended up robbing her. And it was just interesting about the trigger of the alarm because do you always do this? Do you always? I don't know. I just feel like, girl, I bet she won't do that again, okay? She's probably going to have a little snack bar or something right outside the kids' door. If y'all need something, grab it right there and go back in the room or something. I don't know. But that was a bit interesting. Like, did you do it for that particular time or what? I don't know. Some not. See how it's not calculating for me? She needs more people. That's a great question. What type of security system she got? Good question. I would have been scared if I saw a man instead of my child, right? I would have been scared too. She probably froze. Some people react differently. Some people about gonna run, they're gonna grab some people gonna freeze. Like, what is this really happening? Who the hell is this? Do I know him? Is this security? What is this? Yikes. Why didn't she just turn off the inside ones and kept the outside alarm on for the door? Right. And it's crazy too. I mean, it's just the irony, guys. It's just so much irony because it's like y'all have been in London all this time. So they wait until y'all get back to the house from London and you laying down in the bed and they just decide to pop in your house. That's just so crazy. Because it makes me think, and maybe I'm wrong, okay? So many different scenarios we could use for this. But it's like if those guys had been watching your house and they wanted to walk up in there and, bust it open, make me think they probably was watching you to see when you may have left because they damn sure came to the house prepared for the most part to bust in there. And I would think if you about to rob somebody that lives in this high-end establishment or I'm sorry, neighborhood and home, it's probably a much more thought out plan. They knew which door to go to, which one to break, bust the glass. And then that's the other thing for me that's so weird. So Reed, how big is your home that you didn't hear the glass break and all you heard was the people walking? Because I felt like I heard the damn glass break from watching the camera, the security footage, and I could be wrong. I probably didn't hear that. I just felt like I heard it, okay? But my thing is, how big is your home that you didn't hear they broke it? And then when they came in, all you over here think you heard some movement in the house. How you heard the movement in the house down the hall, but you didn't hear that glass break? How big is the home? Because I'm going to hear some shatter if it's all quiet on the Western Front. I'm going to hear something. Hell, I be hearing creaks in the damn house. So I know I'm probably going to hear something shattering. And I'm just wondering were you in that deep of a sleep that you didn't hear that, but then you turned around and heard the movement of the kids? You see the irony? You see the things that's not calculating? Dorita America has questions. I need somebody to come to the front like Sutton or Garcelle to ask the questions, maybe even Crystal. We would appreciate it. It's not making sense, okay? I thought it was just me, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Red Lipstick Hustler? What's up, Lily, honey? All right, y'all. So yeah, I just had questions that need answers, and hopefully we get those answers at some point because it's definitely giving a side eye, girl. But let's go ahead and switch gears, y'all. We are about to go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. But give me 1 second here. I thought I added that. In 1 second. Maybe I don't have it up here. And I just want to make sure that I add it. You guys go ahead and like the video if you have yet to do so. Thank you all so much for joining me in the middle of the day as we talk about some of our favorite shows. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Do I have it? I think that's it. Here we go. All right. Okay, perfect. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, let's talk about the girls, y'all. So Kenya is hold on, let me go back. See what you guys are saying. Yes, please go ahead and like the video. We do appreciate all of you all. Okay, now, so let's talk about some things. All right, so Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kenya is planning a tea party for baby Brooklyn. Okay, now this is the gag for me. She said she wasn't sure if Mark was actually going to be helping out on her daughter's birthday party. And I'm over here thinking to myself, nah, Miss Kenya, come here. You know this man is not finna help. I just don't see it. Like, he might get a little cake or something like that, but Mark has not always shown us that he's like a stand-up guy for real. So, I mean, let me speak for myself. I wanted to believe that he was, okay? But these antics and things he got going on, I can't take it. I'm like, girl, you know this man is not finna pay. I still feel like Kenya is somewhat hopeful for her marriage, even though they're going through a divorce, because she really does wear her wedding ring. Right? It'd be different times I see her in interviews and stuff, and she still got that ring on. And she loves to say, but I'm still married. And I'm like, but he probably not thinking the same. He thinking y'all separated. He thinking y'all about to get a divorce. He probably thinking he can go and do whatever it is he want to do and smash on who he want to smash and stuff like that. But if that's what you want to do, you have a right to do that, girl. She still be wearing that ring. But anyway, this is something else that we learned. We learned that he is paying child support. I said, Mark paying child? I was shocked. I said, Mark paying child support? I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. But he's paying child support. But what's still on the table is the spousal support. But she said that Mark's saying he don't want no spousal support. So if you don't want that, then what do you want? He wants control. He wants access. Yeah, I think those are the main two things. He wants control. He wants access to Miss Kenya. Miss Kenya's celebrity. All of that stuff. He really don't want a divorce. He just want to put her through hell. For real, for real. Even though wasn't he the one to go and file? I thought Mark was the one to file for a divorce, but he really don't want that. So I don't know what to say about both of them. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's get to Sheree and Marlo because they end up chit-chatty. Okay, come on, Miss Kim. The ring don't mean nothing. Okay. Sheree and Marlo, so they at the gym. All right, Miss Sheree about to get it in like she always do. But Miss Marlo over there saying, girl, listen, I came here to be cute. I really didn't come here to work out. The trainer was like, as usual. Okay, because one thing about Marlo, we know she gonna get a nip and tuck. All right, before she actually, bust out any type of sweat, for real, for real. Now, she also brings up like what's going on in her life, right? I think Sheree's son is actually working in wardrobe over there on Tyler Perry Studios, and he talks about how it's been like long nights and stuff. And I said, let me tell you, a ton of people would love to be over there working long nights. On the in the wardrobe department over there at Tyler Perry. Not saying that he's not appreciative because he didn't say that, but I'm just thinking about how many people would love that opportunity. But anyway, it went from that. I guess Cairo might be trying to get into acting, but something that Miss Marlo is going to try to do is get into acting. She and her nephew or whatnot. And then she had the audacity to talk about how she's been an actress. She just doesn't talk about it like the other ladies do. But here's the gag for me. She couldn't even say IMDb. She was over here talking, I check my IBMD. I said, girl, what is that? Girl, I'm gonna need you to know what you're talking about before you slide and step yourself into this arena of acting. And I'm sure on your IMDb page, the only thing you got is Real Housewives of Atlanta. And that's okay, because that's way more than what a lot of people got. Right. So she brings up the assistant, right? Drew's assistant, and how he was talking about how Miss Sheree ain't paid. She ain't been paying. And of course, Miss Sheree is pissed because she's trying to figure out how she knows. And it seems like it went from Candy to Kenya to Sheree, from Candy to Marlo, I think. So Miss Candy is making her rounds being the bone collector, but don't want to get caught up or anything, right? So Marlo doesn't know why Candy did not call and tell Sheree. Sheree is pissed because Sheree says that, well, Candy don't like when nobody talk about her. She don't like when nobody talk about her. But then now when the shoe is on the other foot, she feels like it's okay for her to run and tell other people what was said instead of giving them a call. I actually kind of agree with Sheree on that. I do feel like Candy, you could have given her a call. Now, in Candy's defense, Candy was actually trying to give Drew the opportunity to do it. Meanwhile, while she thinking Drew is doing it, she over there behind the scenes running her mouth and talking. And it's like, now see, Candy, you wouldn't like that. If the assistant had said that you was out here stuck in DICK in a parking lot or in a locker room or wherever you was, and Sheree didn't come to you but went to tell everybody else, you would be mad as hell, right? Right. So I just feel like in Sheree's point, like fair is only fair. So yeah, Miss Candy, you could have went and told her, gave her a heads up, and then Drew could have came and addressed it with Candy accordingly, or however she saw fit. You know what I'm saying? Sheree says that she doesn't like, when the streets talk about her, but she could tell lies about others, right? She could, meaning Candy can go out and share these lies about other people. So Sheree says she knows a whole lot about Candy, Todd, and that household. Girl, cut it out. Cut it out. Mm-mm. She says Anthony told her a whole lot. And I said, not y'all up here trusting and believing Anthony. Not y'all up here trusting and believing Anthony. So, Sheree, we do know that you know a lot, but it's kind of like if you feel like he's lying on you to Drew, when you consider that he's lying to you about Candy, right? So, yeah, I guess, girl. So they speak on Kenya's tea party for Brooklyn. Marlo doesn't like that the invite came by way of a text. And I'm like, girl, yours came by way of a laptop, or old one at that, given very much early 2000s. So I know you're not talking. You should be glad that she sent you a text on the most updated cell phone that you do have. All right. while you trying to comfort that girl. I mean, it could have been much more cuter. Maybe Kenya could have pulled up on them with Brooklyn passing out the little teas or something like that, having a box of teas and having them pick their name out or something. Like she could have did something real cute where her and her daughter rode around and dropped off teas to the lady's house and invited them. Yeah, Kenya definitely could have did a better job. But in comparison to the job that you did, Marlo, I do feel like Kenya did it best. Girl, let me go ahead and send y'all a text because I ain't got time to be out here wasting folks' time over here trying to find y'all homes and sending y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, right? Um, she didn't lie though. She by Sheree don't pay. She was talking about Drew's household, not Candy's. Oh, thank you so much. I thought she was talking about Candy's household. Thank you so much, Nisha girl, for the super chat. Candy doesn't owe Sheree anything. Let's not forget how Sheree didn't tell Candy a thing when it came to what Kim said, season 9 or season 10. Okay, Sheree tells everybody business. So I'll give Drew a pass. Well, when you put it like that, Cameron, I can't say you lying because Sheree definitely has been on the show longer than Drew and has definitely been out here dropping some bones for real. So you got a point there. You definitely got a point. Yeah, not Windows 98 PC. That's exactly what it was given. And then she had to press play. Girl, on the CD, I ain't got time. When Skim was talking, who is Skim or Kim? When Kim was talking mess about Candy, Sheree said she didn't owe Candy anything. Ooh. Well, my funny how the tables turn. Oh wow, y'all are a mess. I know Candy has said that they usually have a group chat with all of the girls, so Drew could have been talked to Sheree. True. So she been had Sheree number. She been had that woman's number. Girl, these people messy. Let's keep going. So Candy is actually working on her schedule. She has a ton of going on. She is in a new show. I think it's on All Black called A La Carte. It has a few people in there that we know, like Jessie Woo, and then it has Kendall in there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, slide over there and check it out. Definitely has Candy in it as well. So shout out to Kendall because he definitely been making his rounds, baby. He started out over there on social media, just doing look, giving his thoughts about these reality shows on Instagram, and it just propelled from there, and I love to see it. Okay. I love to see people, coming up in, I guess you could say, unconventional ways. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, when it's for you, period. What else? So, Candy's schedule is completely full. Got a whole lot going on. She's telling her assistant, one of her assistants or whatever, or managers, whoever he is, you be putting a lot of stuff on my schedule like I don't have a life. And I'm sitting over here like, Candy, you be taking on a lot of stuff on your schedule like you don't got a life. You could say no. You the boss. You could say no. Right. So Todd comes in and then he lets because the guy asks Todd, like, how do you feel about Candy taking on all of this stuff? He said it's a lot. It's a lot on the kids and it's a lot on him. And I believe what he's saying. I do. I think I'm not saying Candy's a bad mom at all, but I think it definitely strains their relationship because he probably wants her to be more present than what she is. And I think that's the part that makes it so tough about being a mom, in my opinion, when you have your hopes and dreams and your goals, and you probably had those things for years, and then of course you still want to have kids and stuff, so you're trying to merge in being a wife, being a mama, and also still being able to live out your dreams, you know what I'm saying, still be yourself or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you say. So I understand that it could be very tough for her, but I do agree with Todd, and I think Todd got a point that it is hard on the kids and stuff, because I think her daughter, Blaze, first of all, that little girl, so for Candy to not have given birth to that little girl is a spitting image of Candy, and you could tell whenever Candy has shown like Blaze in different clips, Blaze is really attached to her mama. So I feel like if anybody takes it the hardest, it would be Blaze. I think Ace may have gotten used to it, even though he would cry at times when Candy had to go away. But I think Blaze is overly attached to her mama, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. But I think she probably would be affected the most. But I also would think that Candy probably got them on the road with her all the time. Like I don't think her kids are like in school. I think they probably homeschooled. But anyway, girl, yeah. So Todd is currently working on his own project now. So he has a show that he's trying to greenlit, or at least he has a deal on the table for the show. And I'm mad that I can't even think of the name. Do y'all remember the name of the show? Todd, it's something with an S, right? I don't know why the word suspicious is coming to my head, but I know that can't be what it is. But anyway, he has a show on the table that he has a deal for that Candy is not involved in. Todd talked about how they used to do everything together. They haven't been doing things together lately. Candy thinks that he didn't want to do stuff together because he kind of pushed her to the side when he got ready to work on this particular project. And she wanted to be involved. And he says, I mean, you could act in it, you could do this or that, but when it comes to like executive producing and making decisions, I want that for myself, right? And I understand why Todd said that, because we do go to Todd and high key make it seem as though all of the strides that he has made is by way and off of the strength of Candy. And I think a lot of us forget who the fuck Todd was before Candy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was working on Real Housewives of Atlanta production and stuff, but he also had other shows with Carlos King over on the OWN network. So he knows how to get a show greenlit. He's been doing that. So I don't think he get his credit enough for the things that he's doing off to the side. So I think that's why he really wanted this off to himself. So yeah, he really does good with Carlos King. He does. I don't think they are doing any more partnerships at this time. I think he's still executive producer of like Encore with Carlos, because they created that years ago, right? And it just finally got picked up. But I don't think they are working on any projects together. But yeah, top influencer, something like that. Oh yeah, something about social media. Yeah, thank y'all, because I couldn't remember what it was. Something like that. Candy still ain't giving anything. This storyline is old. Oh wow. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, Blaze was ripped right out of Candy Baby pictures. It's crazy, right? I said that little girl gonna be so gorgeous when she gets older. She is just so pretty. She is just such a cutie pie to me. She look just like her mom. They're not working together after Candy and Carlos fell out. Yes, after the whole drama. Gotcha. Excuse me. So wait, what is Drew's reason for not liking Sheree? Seems like she came at Sheree for nothing. And that's kind of weird to me, the way she comes for Sheree, because let's be honest, and it's no shade at all, but what are you getting or gaining out of going after Sheree? Because Sheree is one of those peaches that comes and I hate to say it goes. So if you're gonna keep up an issue, I would have thought you would have kept up an issue with somebody that's probably gonna continue to be around, like at least Marlo. We know you're not gonna come at Kenya because you've already made that alliance or whatever. Now that Portia's not on the show, which will be very interesting, because if you still cool with Miss Kenya and Miss Portia come around a year or two later, girl, what side you gonna really be on? Ooh, girl, that's gonna be some missy boots. But yeah, so I'm just wondering, like, what if you beefing with Sheree and Sheree ain't coming back this season? Like, I mean, I would hope so, but I mean, girl, we gonna see. What else we got? Oh yeah, so Drew gets ready to go pick out a gift for baby Brooklyn. My issue is, girl, stop bringing this messy assistant around everywhere. Like, why is he just got too many scenes on the show, girl? We probably only see him in 3. And I'm just like, girl, stop bringing this boy everywhere. Why we got to see him working out with you and your husband? Girl, not your storyline being your assistant. I don't like that. I don't like that. First it was Ralph's assistant, and then now it's your assistant. But Ralph got to fire his assistant. But your assistant messy as hell, causing drama amongst your friend group, and now about to cause drama in your marriage. To me, based on what he's saying about your husband, and you mean to tell me that he not fired either, but you could continue to diddy bop around town? Let me tell you something. I really feel like you deserve whatever Anthony does, because he's been showing you who he is, but you're continuing to hang with him. I don't know if it's your need and desire to have friends or to feel important because I have an assistant. I'm not sure what's going on, but this man has already shown you his colors. And in all honesty, Sheree, that's what you get too, boo, because he already showed his colors over there on Basketball Wives a long time ago. And y'all still out here just hanging on, just working with this man. Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I don't know how that whole assistant thing worked, But girl, meet with your assistants outside your house and limit it. Keep it business. Like, stop letting them know all of the ins and outs. But I know how some assistants do. They get in, they get real friendly with you, be real cool with you. Then you start confiding in them, telling them all your business. Like, imagine Portia's assistant, the girl. I think it's a guy and a girl. Did she let go of one of the guys? And y'all saw how messy the hell he was, even though he came back. Now I think Lauren is her closest assistant. But if Lauren, not her sister, the other girl, girl, I could admit, I don't think Lauren would do that, but you just never know what people gonna do. Girl, if Portia was to fire her, I can imagine what kind of stuff Lauren would come out and say. And if that is the case, why y'all ain't signing NDAs and stuff? We know y'all not signing contracts because, Drew, we don't even know if you paying Anthony yourself. Why you over here talking about Sheree? That's gonna be a piece of your storyline next year, I'm sure. Girl, y'all need to be over here signing NDAs. Okay? Hold on one second. So yeah, so I'm like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. He better not. He better not. He better not. He better not. Oh, what's going on, Mims? Nene choked Kim, but ran from Sheree. Ooh, help me, okay? Help me. Kenya power walk from Sheree. What was Drew gonna do against the Incredible Hulk? Sheree could bench press her. And listen, that's literally what I wrote in my notes, all caps. I said, Drew, Sheree is not somebody that you want. And here's the thing. It's so funny because that's what the old heads was trying to get through to Drew. Candy and Kenya. Like, girl, listen, ma'am. No. This right here, player. That's not what you want, girl. That's not what they were trying to let her know. And I'm like, okay, she gonna keep trying. She's going to keep trying her. And let her run up. Let her run up. Y'all sometimes y'all gotta just let it happen. I hate to say it. Let it happen. You put your hand all in this lady face like that, girl. Listen, shout out to Sheree for not going there with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, BIT, I got stuff to lose, girl. I barely got my house and I'm trying to hold on to her as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful. I would never want to see Drew get beat up. Let's just put that out there. I would never, ever want to see that. I wouldn't want to see none of the ladies get beat up. Okay, girl, Portia dragging Kenya off the porch. Off the couch was enough for me, to be honest. Okay, girl, just toss a little drink over there and go on about your business. Girl, break some shit up like Miss Teresa over there in New Jersey and just go on about your business, honey. But I feel like if any of those ladies on Housewives of Atlanta, I don't know, y'all tell me, I feel like if any of those ladies on Atlanta did the shit that Teresa did to Margie when she broke that fucking glass and broke them glasses and spilled all that drink, oh, BIT, it ain't gonna be no like how Marge was standing around. No, BIT, we come across tables. Like, what is this? Like, no, ma'am. But anyway, Drew, you're gonna have to calm down. Sheree is definitely an old head. And you just need to chill because you know you're not about that action. What be so crazy too, Drew? And I like you. I think you're gorgeous. I actually like your acting. I want to see you in more projects. I really, really do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't dislike Drew. It's just things that she does makes me be like, you know what I'm saying? But I really like Drew. I've always liked her. Okay. So my thing is with you, Drew. You just, girl, the short end, you just gonna have to chill. You're just gonna have to chill because why you don't have that energy for your husband? Like, you be over here ready to light flames under women over your husband that be disrespecting the fuck out of you. And we don't understand it in America. Like, but you don't flame him up. That's a different type of hold. You know what I'm saying? He got a different type of hold on her, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's a different type of love, different type of care, different type of, ping she getting because she ain't getting that from Sheree or nobody else. I guess it just hit different because he hitting it different. Like, I don't know. But, like, you don't put your foot down with him at all. You know what I'm saying? And then we come back over and over and he continues to disrespect you. Girl, you only been on the show for 2 seasons. And it's feeling like you've been on here for about 4. The way he been running you through a damn tumbleweed or whatever you say, a little tumble through the dryer, girl. He been running you down through there. And it seemed like you've been here for a very long time. But we've only witnessed your relationship for about 2 years or whatever. And it's just sad. You know, because you just don't give him that type of energy. I don't think I would ever get it. But then you're always ready to defend his honor. Well, good luck. I don't understand this. I don't understand it. I want you to give some of that energy to him. As much as you be sitting out here having to fight the girls and fight the people over your man, you need to fight for your respect in that house. But either way, girl, you know, good luck. What else? So she tells him about yeah, so she's talking about the Let eBay event, all right, and talking about Sheree and everything, and how she tried to have a conversation with Sheree at the LeBay party or function that Marlo had. So the assistant goes on, well, she never paid me. She never, you know what I'm saying? Like she was over there doing all that other stuff. You know, I had called a vendor. I called a vendor, and the vendor even said that she ain't giving the money. So I'm like, girl, you can't do nothing for me until you give me my coins. So I love Sheree. I love her, but I'm just not gonna be able to work with her like that until, you know, she's able to pay me. So that's what I'm just saying that. I can't do it. Cause I'm just gonna have to leave if she's not gonna pay my money. I said, Drew, why the get this man off this show? Drew, get this man off this show, girl. Cause I can't. Cause you know, Sheree don't know how she don't know how to pay nobody. She don't know how to get nobody their coin. She don't know how to do nothing. That's why I couldn't even work for her no more. Like I had to leave. Like, girl, get this man off this show. Okay. Sonya ends up calling Drew in the middle of it. Sonya over there on the interstate somewhere and got dragged down the road by 18 wheeler. And let me tell you, girl, I would have been screaming too. I would have been screaming. I would have been hollering. Okay. So she ended up getting dragged, and then next thing you know, Miss Drew went to go pick her up, which I thought was really nice. And I was like, yo, how do we get from you being so kind to her, picking her up, to you getting on this interview saying you thought Sonya was that girl and she just ain't that girl? Like, what happened? Drew, you just want to be at it with everybody. You want to be Portia. What's going on? Don't be out here creating these imaginary things, girl. Okay? Don't be out here creating these imaginary stuff. I don't know. You are, I don't know. It's giving Portia a few years ago. I'm going to be at war with everybody. Like, do what you got to do then, girl. I bet you want to be at war with Kenya. Right. Or Kenty. Right. What else happened? So there's that. Okay. We're about to get to the tea party. All right. I really like this. I really think this beef is with Sheree and Drew on Twitter. I think Anthony is doing the clap backing because Drew ain't like that and that quick with it. Ooh, I hope he don't still work for her now. Drew knows her man, and he was like this before the show, right? Miss Gucci, I don't know, but they got married after 6 months. Oh yeah, they did get married after 6 months. That's right. Why everyone thinks Sheree is so hard? She didn't try it when her and Nene was going at it. She was ready to. Nene walked out. Remember? Nene walked out. She's all mouth, looking like a man. Doesn't mean. Damn. Looking like a man doesn't mean she can hit like one. OMG. That was messy. And indeed, it was. Let's see. Yeah, they've been married. Is it what? How old is her youngest daughter? No, her son, her oldest, not the oldest, is probably 9 or 10. I feel like they've probably been together about 5 years or so. I cannot remember. It's been a cute little time, but they got married very quickly. Got married within 6 months. So, yeah. Anthony is very parched and wants to be seen on camera. He does. It's definitely given that. But anyway, let's get to this tea party. Sheree arrives first. But girl, as soon as she walk in the door, she on search of Drew. Hey girl, how you doing? You good? Okay, that's cute. Listen, is Drew coming? Is Drew coming? Okay, not Jamal. Is Jamal coming? Of course not. No, I'm talking about Drew. Is Drew coming? Yeah, she's gonna be here, girl. Monyetta arrives. So this is like our first time getting a chance to see Monyetta. Okay, Monyetta comes through. All of that, great. Okay. Mayetta looks so cute. Okay, so there's that. I like her. I hope that we get to see more scenes of Mayetta. Okay. Kenya's hair to me was not on point at this particular event, and I know it was like a tea party, but I just kind of felt like they didn't do her hair like. I don't know. I ain't like it, and I ain't like her makeup. And I'm like, y'all not gonna do like Kenya's beautiful. Stop playing with her. Okay. I don't know if she was Russian or what. but I know it probably was given like, like throwback, like with the like the French roll, how the girls used to do. So maybe that's the style that she was going for. But they at least could have like really did her makeup up. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't like that. I'm like, y'all out here trying to play with Kenya, and I don't like that. But anyway, so the lady started to arrive, and she tells Sonya about the issue. No, so Drew goes over to see Sonya and tells her about the issues between she and Ralph. And then she goes on. Now, listen, this is just y'all. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay. So Drew tells Sonya about the issues with she and Ralph and how they're still going through it. Okay. Drew really is looking for a friend. It makes me feel like Drew doesn't have many friends, and she doesn't have many people that she can confide in about her marriage, which is why she told Sonya, y'all gonna be our village or whatever, another married couple. I don't know if Drew's friends are not married or what, or either they probably tell her what some friends say, girl, you need to leave that NIGGA, and maybe she just scales back on sharing information. But Drew is searching for a friend or something. So excuse me. So they flash back to Drew talking to her husband and talking about how she found a receipt where he went to a game. And I guess she tried to say she didn't know he went to that game. And then says, yeah, I saw that you ordered 2 Long Islands. Really? You jumped 2 Long Islands by yourself? And I said, Drew, this is fake. That right there is fake as hell to me. I feel like you know your husband. You've been out with him. You know what he drinks, and you know if he could drink 1 or 2. He tells her, I was out with my homeboy. Like, basically, like you knew about this, right? So what it led me to believe is this. Drew, sometimes, I don't think Ralph be completely wrong about everything he probably be saying about her. But I think they edited it to be a certain way. I think just looking at this scene for me, Drew creates also some of the toxicness that happens in their marriage. She does, and she enjoys it probably just as much as he does. For real, for real. Because I'm just sitting up here like, really? I mean, maybe he just got her razzled bedazzled her damn trust issues so bad that she see a receipt with 2 drinks on it and just assumed like, one, he can't drink 2 Long Islands at a game. He can't have 2 Long Islands at a game that's probably going to be 2 hours or more long. Like he can't. What? Like, Drew, you fine and stuff now, and then you want to sit up here and cry. I'm like, girl, what? And this is just a flashback. We're not even getting like the overall scene to really know what's happening. This is just a flashback. So why are you crying? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know. We're gonna see, because some of this it just wasn't clicking right for me. But okay then, Drew girl. If 6 of y'all went out, the 4 of y'all are really cheap. The way Drew shares everything Ralph does screams desperate for screen time, right? Definitely forcing it and trying to make sure she puts her marriage issues out on display. Like, that's what we want to see. Like, I don't know, but that scene, that little flashback, I said, girl, you foolish. Drew is using Sheree to deflect from her marriage, just like Kimmy, and they are both sloppy AF with it. Drew and Anthony had planned to use Sheree as a storyline from jump. Girl gone. Ooh, interesting. That makes sense. She definitely had a whole plan to use this assistant and the assistants as a storyline. And if that doesn't work, we're going to revert back to the marriage. We're going to go back to talking about that, because we know that'll hook them in. That'll teach them. Girl, I can't. I cannot. What else ended up happening? So, of course, we're at this tea party. And they're about to actually play a game, okay? And this game is called What's the Tea? This is like a shady tea game, right? At a kid's party. And I said, listen, I think it's okay to collect the tea, right? Collect the tea cards, collect all of that. But I think this game should have been played after Brooklyn's party was over, or collect all of this stuff and you guys link up later to talk about the tea that was collected at Brooklyn's party. But that should not have taken place, in my opinion, at this little girl's party. It just shouldn't have, especially with these group of ladies. And you know, they like to get loud and stuff. And if this day is supposed to be all about her, then let it be all about her. Talk about it's going to be a moment that she won't forget. It was given that this party was more for Kenya than it was for Miss Brooklyn. But I'll be honest and say I enjoyed seeing Miss Brooklyn Diddy Bop all throughout this party, girl. I love to see Miss Brooklyn Diddy Bop throughout this party. She looks so cute. And I'm like, yes, we get to see Brooklyn's face. We get to see her facials. We get to see her reactions. I love it. Yes. Don't be having this baby sit up here and got a blurred face on her. Like, she too cute for that. Like, what's wrong with you? Okay. So I was really happy about that. But let me tell you what had me screaming. The K's ain't gonna like it. So Marlo goes over there to Brooklyn and tries to teach her how to drink tea and told her not to put her pinky up when she drinking the tea because that's ghetto. I said, yes, Marlo, teach her the ghetto-ness of the pinky being up. Teach her. Teach her. I was like, yes, ma'am. Let her know. We don't put our pinkies up when we drink tea because that's ghetto. Hilarious. I said, oh, the K's gonna be mad. Like, girl, yes, ghetto. Let's move on. Let's move on. So they play a shady game, and I think Moneta was asked about getting some work done on her body first or something. And I think she said she only got her breasts done or whatever, right? So there's that, right? Then we get to Candy. Candy's question is, or her read, or her shady tea was that she was sucking D-I-C-K in the locker room. And Candy said, sucking dick in the locker room? Who said I was out here sucking dick? Who know about me sucking dick in the locker room, girl? A mess. Now, mind you, Miss White Mama on the end was enjoying it. She was entertained by all of it. But it wasn't until some of the ladies got loud that she felt like, girl, this is a kid's party. Okay. So she was feeling away. All right. Of course, when it comes to who wrote it, nobody would admit who wrote it. If you ask me, I think it was either Kenya, love you, Kenya, but I think it was you, or it was Sheree. Okay. Reason why is because one, Sheree had already felt the way about Candy, and she was throwing a little shade, even though she got in the confessional and said, oh, I didn't write that about Candy. I mean, why would I write that? Even if she did do it, I mean, why would she be mad? I mean, girl, you sucked it, period. It don't matter what you sucked it at, you sucked it, right? So that's what Sheree said. Meanwhile, Miss Kenya, you were quick to change the subject at some point when Candy wanted to know. You said, oh, no, we don't have time for that. But when you and Marlo got into it, you stayed on subject, right? So for a minute before you moved on. So also with that, Kenya, I flash back to last season when some tea and things were sent to the blogs and people were wondering who said what. And you were sitting over here saying like, oh, you did it or something like that. Or like, I only talk to B Scott, love B Scott, whatever. So whoever was leaking, whatever, we know that you'll leak something. And because we know that you know how to produce. So you knew what to do to get a reaction. So I do feel like she didn't mean no harm by it, but I think she did it to cause a reaction. And Candy, here's your card. You can read that one. Kenya probably wrote that, but she'll never say. She will never say. And it's like, y'all don't know nobody handwriting. Did production come through and write that letter and throw it in their box? Who did it? So for me, hopefully we find out at the reunion who did it. But I think it could have been Candy, and it also could have been Sheree. I want to say it could have been Marlo, but Marlo had no issues with Candy for real, outside of Candy talking down on her part, on her party or whatnot. But Marlo still came and talked to Candy, wanted advice from Candy, and wants to be a part of her friend group, right? Or her village or whatever. So I don't think it was Marlo. Maybe I'll change my mind later, but my bets are on Kenya or Sheree. Right. So Kenya and Marlo ended up having this exchange about the event. I guess somebody was shading how they go about securing, clothing or whatever from Marlo. And she explained that. And then Kenya says, I kind of felt the way that, you were kind of talking about me and said that I rented my car from Lisa Ray. I don't even know her like that. That you also talked about my hotel and stuff like that. And Kenya said it was a 4-star hotel. I don't know. I don't know if it was a 4-star hotel. Maybe it was a 4-star hotel based on the area that she was in. Okay. And maybe for that area, it was 4-star in comparison to the hotels that were near it. May not have been a 5-star hotel where it was like brand new. And clearly it didn't look like it was brand new, but so they have a heated exchange about that. And I was just thinking to myself the whole time they were going back and forth. I said, Kenya, you just shut Candy down and said y'all don't have time for it. Y'all got to move on. But you're going back and forth with Marlo. Okay. Sounds like a person that was trying to back out of you know, giving themselves away to say, oh girl, I wrote it, girl, I did it. Come on, different world. I did it. I wrote it. Okay. Definitely was given a different world. Y'all remember that episode when Gina had put that sign on Charmaine's back? And they had thought that Terrell, I think it was Terrell, they thought Terrell did it, but Terrell didn't do it the whole time. It was her good girl Gina. Girl, she said you are some digit hoe or something like that. She called that girl. Oh, child, those were the days, honey. Oh, there'll never be another different world. But anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, so Sheree, the conversation came up about Sheree not paying her assistants. Okay, so that becomes a discussion. Drew tells her what Anthony said, and this is what pissed me the fuck off about Drew. I be wanting to like Drew, man. Drew, you just dang, Drew. So what bothered me about Drew was she says, well, I don't know. You know, that's just what Anthony said. That's what Anthony said. Like, I don't know what's true. I don't know. But then what you do when you say you don't know, Drew, you go to Sheree and then you talk to her like you know all of these things to be fact. And that's the hard part for me with you. If you don't know, then that's cool. Like, I don't know. I'm just telling you what it is that he said. But then when Sheree combats that and she's trying to respond and she's trying to clear it up and she's trying to answer, it's giving you just want a problem with this woman, right? And when she's trying to talk, you're just like, well, he said this and he said that. No, because you don't pay your bills. Oh, because you haven't paid him since da 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 da. Like you got her account book. Like you have her roster to be able to go down and see who she's paid versus who she hasn't paid. Like you are over her and her account. Like that's what it was given. And it just bothered me so much because you get offended very quickly when somebody does the same thing to you. Well, they don't have all the facts, or they don't know what they're talking about, or they say this about your husband, da, 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 da. But then you could sit over here and some of the time when they be saying ground, they'll be lying. But anyway, you could take this word of mouth information and feed it to this woman like you know what's going on inside of her pocketbook, all based on what you've heard and what you've seen from watching the show. And I just don't think that's fair. I know you wouldn't even let this lady defend herself. And I hate to say it, but her homegirl, Fatum, I think that's how you say her name, Fatum, she came through. I said, girl, not you coming through like Tanya. Not like Tanya. She came through and said and tells Drew that Anthony told Sheree that Ralph was gay. And Drew didn't even really hear what she said. And she just started going off on her like, don't bring up my husband. Don't mention my husband. You don't know me like that. You need to back up. You need to shut up. You need to be quiet. And I didn't like that because what you did, Drew, honestly, you tried to son this woman primarily because you know that she's a friend of the show and she's not a peach holder. That's what it was giving me. You knew she was a friend of the show. You knew or if that, she may be a friend of the show now going forward. But you knew that she was, I'll say, quote unquote, an extra. And you were at a higher level than her on this show. So you tried to son this woman. And I don't like you didn't even hear all the facts, but you'll be so on guard about your stuff. But you just came at this other woman that you wouldn't even allow speak. That's not adding up. Right. So Drew gets upset with Fatum, and instead of listening, she says, she starts going off on her. Oh yeah, she started talking. No, so what I was thinking is this: don't be upset with this woman based on the things that your assistant said, because you have to understand, if he's coming to you, talking to you about somebody else, you have to know the possibility is very high that he's going to talk about you to somebody else. If he's coming to you to tell you about Sheree, you got to know he probably going to go to Candy, go back to Sheree, or go back to some other friends and tell them about what's going on in your house. So it only makes sense. So Marlo says, so then this when the white lady get up, oh my God, there are kids here. There are children in the room. Okay. So she walks off, and then Marlo like, can't, don't invite your white friends. No, they don't get it. Oh, you fine. All right, girl. Yes, you good. Other white lady sitting there unbothered, got her daughter up there and everything. Let her listen to all the information. Girl, a mess. What else happened? So Kenya wants the ladies to chill because it's a kids party, right? And then I'm just sitting up here like, Kenya, just like what Candy said, girl, we shouldn't be playing this at a kids party. I said, yes, Candy, we shouldn't. Like, why are we even playing this at a kids party? So she tells Drew that Miss Girl was just trying to tell her about her assistant and his lies. And Drew talks about how she was like, well, you're right. I did put him on probation. Candy said probation. I don't give a fuck about no probation. Did you hear what this woman just said about your husband? Then you got everybody else across the table, but she said this and that about your husband. Sonya like, so you gonna let her say that about your husband? And she was like, well, wait a minute. What did she say about my husband? Yeah, you be so inching to get a word in and to make sure that your camera time is there that you're not even actively listening to what people are saying. Okay, which also makes me wonder sometimes, girl, do you even be listening to Ralph sometimes? Now, I mean, granted, he's toxic and he trash at times, girl, but you problematic too. So do you even be listening to him or hear him? The way you sit over just missed this whole conversation that the woman said about your man being gay. You just missed all of that. You just did what you wanted to do, huh? Okay. Well, and Drew says, oh no, I didn't hear that. What did she say? I didn't hear that. Oh my God. What? He said, wow. Oh my God. Like, girl, stop acting slow. So Drew then says she feels like Sheree should have been told her, okay? Like when it came down to it or something like that. Like, I just feel like she said, okay, no. Since y'all want to come at me, since y'all want to come at me about how you felt like I should have told her, if my assistant went back to Sheree and told her about my husband, don't you think that she should have came to me and told me? Like, don't you, like, what you think? Like, she should have came. And I'm just like, I feel like there's a little bit of a difference to me because Sheree only told somebody that did not know you. Granted, you're right. She could have definitely come to you instead of going to her assistant. If she wants to build a rapport with you, like, hey, I know you're working with such and such. I don't know what your experience is going to be, but I want to let you know ahead of time that this is what's happening, right? Or maybe she didn't want to be in no mess. I don't know. But I just feel like she handled it differently than you. You actually went around talking about this woman to people that actually know this woman and have known this woman for a long time. Okay. Further putting out the narrative that this woman don't pay her bills, right? And Sheree actually was being nice because when she saw you at the eBay event or whatever, like the LeBay event, she didn't actually air out what she heard. She just said, yeah, I heard something. Yeah, girl. She just went on about her business. Because the whatever going on really between you and your man. So yeah, Drew, you won't have to take the L on this one to me. Yeah, that's just what I think. All right. So what else? Marlo speaks on she and Kenya having their issues. At some point she's like, okay, me and Kenya, we always had our issues, but we're getting back on track. Everything is good. Then she calls out Drew saying, when it came down to it, you really could have reached out to Sheree. Okay. And Drew says, yeah, and vice versa. Like Sheree could have came to me and told me about my husband or whatever. And Marlo said, yeah, but the thing is, Sheree ain't go over there and tell nobody. And I'm like, no, Sheree told somebody. She just didn't tell somebody that knew Drew. Okay, she told somebody that she didn't think would have any conversation with Drew at any moment. Okay, until she did. Hello, at least the lady came straight to Drew and told her. But anyway, Sheree calls out Candy. She said, but I ain't even tripping off this girl. And then Drew said, well, I mean, I got a name. You ain't got to call me. This girl is Drew. She said, this girl, I'm not tripping off of this girl, Candy. It's you because you and me have been knowing each other longer. So you should have came to me and told me X, Y, Z. And Candy does this thing every time that she always do. How? Why? What I do? She always talk about what I do. Girl, you know what you be doing. Anyway, so or she'll say like, how I get in trouble or something like that. Candy, you knew what you did. So I was waiting for Drew to go ahead and spill the beans. Yeah, you was waiting for Drew to tell her part so that it would never fall back on you. And it would still reflect as though, oh, Drew pretty much was around here telling everybody. That's how we all know. Right. But I see what you was doing, girl. I see how you was playing it. It just didn't work, Miss Candy. What else happened? So Drew, yeah, so then they talked about going to Candy's event in New York or something, talking about how nice it's going to be. And then Drew was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And Drew was giving Marlo and Sheree years ago. So you were truly looking for, I don't care what nobody say, Miss Drew was searching for that moment. Like, and you don't really have to do that, Drew. You know what I'm saying? But she was trying to, yeah, she needed that camera time. She wanted y'all to know she was here. Thank you so much for the super chat, Phil. Phil says, sorry, this is Candy fault for running her mouth. Fatum running her mouth, trying to have, would have gotten checked. What? My would have gotten checked. Everybody is messy. Everybody is definitely messy this season. Everybody is playing the role of bone collector. That's what I think. I think everybody is playing the role of bone collector for sure. Thank you for the super chat, Phil. I feel like it's Drew's fault. I can't say it was so much as Candy's fault because Drew heard this information first, and she should have actively made sure that she went and had a conversation with Sheree. Like when Sheree had her purse, instead of her going over to talk to Sheree, she sent her assistant over to get her purse. So I feel like I'm gonna put that on Drew. I think Drew should have come and, had that conversation with this woman. What's up, Mims? Mims says, was I the only person thinking 3-year-olds shouldn't have had real glass cups at teacups and plates? I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. I know I ain't seen nothing break. So they seem to be a little responsible. I didn't see anything, break. Candy seems to get messier when Sheree comes around. Ooh, interesting. Drew needs her own therapist before couples therapy. Oh, wow. I think that would be good for both of them to have their separate therapy and then come together. They should stop calling the ladies' husbands gay. What the hell? Who was Tyrone bumping boobs? Oh, we're in prison. Oh, well, what's in the coffee? Well, okay. I'm with you though, girl. They could stop calling these men gay for sure. Yeah, I'm with you on that. They're playing Sheree's game and she can't take it. Ooh. I told my friend, Candy, not everybody else. Candy went back running her mouth. Ooh. Well, they may have some shared fault in that because Sheree not even looking at Drew like she the issue. She looking at Candy because she feels like the loyalty and the history is there with her and Candy first. So I do see what you're saying, Phil. Sheree was not saying what Ku Klux Kim and these names was saying about them during season 10. So why does she need to tell her what Drew said? Ooh. Well, I thought they had let bygones be bygones and everybody was starved for it. I guess not, girl. Well. Sheree loves spreading gay rumors. That's for sure. That's not good. Not when your man been. That's not good, girl. Sheree been spreading people's business since 2009. Karma. What's going on, Bondi? Bondi says, girl, Sheree is literally in the blogs advocating for Phaedra. Is she? Sure. Oh, no. I do remember she did an interview with Carlos advocating for Bravo to bring her back. Sheree been messy. I don't care what they say about Sheree, especially if it's the truth. They are messy, girl. These people messy. That would be interesting if they do bring Miss Phaedra back. Seeing like they ain't really got no issue, but Candy said I'm out if y'all do. Because I did see a little glimpse of her on the preview of Real Housewives of Dubai. I said, not Phaedra all the way out there in Dubai for a quick snippet. What is okay? All right. Yeah, well, I don't think she's on Dubai. I think that she just probably came in town and sat down with some of the ladies or something. But it's just the fact that she went all the way over there and they filmed with her. So I was like, wow, okay. I can't wait to see phony Faye on Real Housewives of Dubai. Y'all think that's gonna be an interesting season? I hope so. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I ain't gonna say pretty good. I don't know. It's gonna. I think it's gonna be entertaining until it's not. Let me say that. But yeah, guys. So I just wanted to bring you all a quick review on Real Housewives Beverly Hills and Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that's all that I have at the moment. I am going to come back and do a review shortly on child, am I past my time? Let me see. I'm gonna have to push it back. Oh no, perfect timing. Okay. I'm gonna come back and do a review on Love Match Atlanta and Commit or Quit. with Judge Lynn Toller, which was pretty good. And later on today, I'm going to come back and do a review on Basketball Wives with you guys. I do have a lot of stuff in the queue, y'all. I may put out some uploaded videos. I don't know if I'm gonna go live or not again later because I got some hot topics I want to talk about. And also, y'all, I know we haven't done This Is Messy in probably 2 weeks, but I have not forgotten. Okay, I have not forgotten. So when I do come back to do This Is Messy, I'm gonna try to overload you guys. All right. So listen, because I knew, listen, you know, I had to get it out because I knew you was on my head top. Period. Okay, because you've been asking about it since last week. Okay, and I have been collecting things and have not gotten it together yet. So hopefully we could make that happen, y'all. I got so much over here going on, child. So I'm gonna do my best. All right. Yeah, a lot going on with the fam, and my son's graduating high school next week, so it's a lot going on. Okay, but I definitely appreciate all of you guys for joining today. Please go ahead and hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. And yeah, if you're not already subscribed to my backup channel, go ahead and subscribe to that, which is That's Me, Jamie. And I think that's it. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So make sure you come on back to talk about Love Match Atlanta and Commit or Quit, which is definitely giving. All right. So that's all that I have. And thank you all so much. I see you guys with the congratulations. And so I definitely appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to catch you guys shortly. Bye-bye.